Riddick with a carry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now Riddick. Casey Hayward makes the tackle.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
At the 44-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Easy.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Black 30.
Hey, watch the screen.
Quarter.
Say.
24. Hey, Alpha.
49 to Mike. 49 to
Why they say?
Watch the run.
And an alley to run. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The Charger drive about to get going and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, all things considered, They have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On third down, here's Eckler. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Check me 90, round 80. White!
Check 45 tonight. Check 45.
Hey! Wahoo! White, 89!
Throwing, Rivers. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing.
They're on the 24-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. Fant, the first-round pick out of Iowa, taken 20th overall. Second tight end taken in the draft. Amazingly, the second Iowa tight end taken in the draft is teammate T.J. Hawkinson. 8th overall, he was selected by the Lions. But Noah Fant really wowed everyone in Indianapolis at the Combine and now trying to parlay that into an impressive NFL career. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, hey.
Check.
Here's Riddick. And the ball is knocked out and picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Going the other way. Result of the play, first down and 10.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Here we go.
Alpha!
Rivers now after the fumble recovery. He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Check nickel.
Easy.
Check the backer.
Orange pass 4. Hey, Haywood.
34's the mic.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Check 99. Check 99.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
The Chargers were best in the NFL, 7 of 8 on 4th down last year, and they're going here. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Melvin Gordon unable to push his way forward. And the Broncos will take over on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Tight dog. 44. 5.
52.
He's 2.
52. Hey, let's get in them holes.
Middle.
No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
77. Hey, Foxtrot.
Let's get off the field. 52.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This is the tight end fan. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 22.
Here we go. Black 80.
Let's go, G. Watch the twist.
Black.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
On the ground, it's Reddick. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. They're no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. He's got his tight end fan. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 16. Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Maybe a free play now for Roethlisberger. And he is going to go down here, but we also have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's got Smith here. It'll be a gain of 4. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the Mike. Hey, they're scared. Mike 52.
To throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Watch a slant.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Kill. 6 guard. Check 6 guard.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
You go tight. Snickers, 66.
You got time right there.
Alert.
52.
Black, one time.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And McManus able to put it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
Well, what does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10.
Check Mike 34. Mike 34.
Bravo.
That's trash. Mike 34. Mike 34. Scoot. Go.
Hey, I want to go load it. White.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Allen, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This is a 49-yard attempt. Right hash. Badgley able to knock this one through. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
That's around 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
50.
Any day. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Here's Roethlisberger. Got a man that's complete to Hamilton. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. You think back to 2018, many people thought it would be Royce Freeman taking over as the lead back in Denver. Spent a 3rd-round pick on him, but it was Phillip Lindsay who would be in the catbird seat as the #1 running back. But still for Freeman, not a bad rookie campaign, 521 yards and 5 touchdowns as the backup. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Royce Freeman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 17-3. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rivers hands off to Eckler. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
180. 56 is the mic. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. 89.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. A couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary has really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
At the 48-yard line.
Blue 30. Jack 16.
Double time, double time.
Hey. Black is there.
4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
Black, what's that?
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27.
Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 20.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. This is Freeman. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Royce Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. And the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Eckler. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. 1st down, and they stick with Eckler. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, we got 3, we got 3. 3 down, 3 down. Eyes on 13, eyes on 13.
Set, 180.
Come on, 45. I got it.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Got a man, that's Trent Sherfield. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 40. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Check 45 to Mike. All day, baby, all day.
They go play action. Rivers. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
To throw on third down, Rivers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Tighten up. Switch.
Hey, Delta! Hey, Delta!
Check in. Here we go.
Small!
Check Mike 34. Mike 34. Watch a slant.
The Chargers go here. It's Rivers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Touchdown, defense.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Theo Riddick, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rivers. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Now Rivers. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So they will face a 2nd and 9 now following the penalty. After the penalty, here's Freeman. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
Now Roethlisberger. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
First and 10 at the 28.
Roethlisberger now 14 out of 17, 82%. And it's first and 10.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. 50. Check safety, check safety. 52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine. One day. You're all mine. Sure.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go back to Reddick. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
All day, defense. All day. 5-2. Go. 5-2. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 51.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Completes it to Fant on the right side. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
4 down.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And oh, what a catch there by Allen. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Now, defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rivers. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now Rivers on 4th down. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Broncos, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.